Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick, and this is Gluttony and Earth. I recently stopped taking my meds that prevent me from drinking alcohol. And it's for a good reason. The copay rose to over $400. It's not because I didn't want to take the meds.
I thought you just stopped taking them because they were only for making you stop drinking alcohol.
my stop drinking alcohol pills. Yeah.
The only purpose was to make you stop drinking alcohol.
Yeah, they have no other effect other than I can't do that when I take them. The anti-alcohol... Dude, if there was an anti-alcoholic pill, I think the world might actually be a better place.
There are pills like that can help. Yeah. It isn't like perfect, but there are some that help like tamp down or like counteract.
Makes you really sick if you do drink. Yeah.
Another goddamn victim of big pharma is that those aren't worldwide. Like I'll say like Pitbull, but I realized it was a bad joke, and then I stopped, and I had to explain why I stopped. But no, I decided I was gonna crack open a little bit of the old Crown Royal tonight. Just get a little fun because we're gonna get into some fun territory, I think, in these next in this recording. So I was curious, what do you think is either the best or the worst alcohol in your opinions?
Bands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not like it?
I think we've run out of things to talk about.
You're just realizing that now?
There's always things to talk about. This is just one of many things to talk about.
I don't know. I hate IPAs and I hate like dark beers.
Same.
Those are probably like some of the few things I won't or absolutely will not drink.
Dude.
Or fucking what the fuck is it called? Malort. I think it's Malort.
Oh, Malort. I've heard terrible things about Malort, and I'm very interested in trying it.
Yeah, Malora.
Malora. Yeah. But Malort, I've heard terrible things about, and I'm very upset that I have not gotten to try it. I had an opportunity when I was at Gen Con, but I could not take it because I was driving that night, and I did not want to drink and drive, especially with the car troubles. But no, there's nothing better. You get three sweet koshes on a nice spring evening. And you're set. Unlike those IPAs where you drink one and you're like, why did I do that? Because it tastes like shit. I'll agree. I think IPA is the worst. I even hate it more than gin, and I hate gin.
Yeah, not a fan of gin either.
Yeah. Tastes like a pine tree who hasn't showered in 10 days.
Favorite, and it might be mostly nostalgia. When I was in college, we made apple pie with Everclear and vodka, and it's just like apple juice and apple cider. Then that was very good because it was very sweet, and you didn't taste any alcohol, and then you got incredibly shit faced quickly. And then, like, you're in college, so it's fine. But it just went down so smoothly.
It's good. Smooth drinks are good. I do not drink a lot of smooth drinks. I think anyone who knows me is I'm a good tequila man. I love just a glass of tequila.
Tequila, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's gin and vodka are like the worst. And then bourbon and tequila are two favorites. And rum is just like whatever.
Yeah, hard liquors I don't drink too much. Unless I'm like going to Party Town, which is not very often.
You should visit. You should visit Party Town more often. It's fun.
Oh. I don't think they've got really good What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I don't know.
I was gonna say good tourism scene, but
Oh,
That's kind of all Party Town has is tourism. And if it's
Yeah,
not
all
tourism, it's not Party Town
Yeah.
anymore. Then you're in alcoholismville.
it's like you live there your
That's-
whole
that's a bad
life,
time.
and you never go to these places when you're there. Baka, do you have any specific drinks you like to drink?
Oh, sorry, I stopped listening a while ago. What episode are we on?
This is episode 90.
Episode 90. Viewers, if you want to make a tier list, 1 through 90, and
Wait till 100.
rank the bands in every episode. I want to see where people rank this one. I think it might
Yeah,
rank
yeah.
above the ones that didn't have bands.
this could be top 5. Top 5.
No. It's only bad if you don't engage with it.
Oh, well.
There's no such thing as good
Sorry
as
to-
bad bands.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
There's no such thing as bad bands.
Yes, there is. We've had bad bands. We've had worse bands than this.
There has been a few that are worse than this.
This is
I'll
very
give you
like
that.
middle of the road bands. Like nothing too
Yeah.
crazy. but
Not every band
I would
has to be
say-
a hit.
I
Has
would
to be a
say,
home
like, if you
runner.
talk about movies, middle of the road movies are worse than bad movies, right? Because there's at least content in bad movies. You can get something out of a bad
I mean, it depends on how like bad and if it was like a genuine like an approach. Like if you can see that there was like an artist's approach to it, and it's bad, you can enjoy something out of it. But if it's bad because it's like The Dark
Well,
Knight 3, then it's like.
movie. Well, would you say The Dark Knight 3 is a middle of the road movie?
No, I'd
Because
say
there's
it's a
just
bad
nothing
movie.
to talk about.
No, I'd say it's just a bad movie.
But there's
it
Dark
Dark
felt-
Knight
to
3
talk
is
about
just
because
bad.
it's bad,
I
right?
agree.
No, because I fell asleep through it.
Because
it
it
was
was
so
middle of the
bad.
road.
I think it's because it was bad, not middle of the road. Middle of the road, I'd say, is like what's that wedding one?
that means nothing.
It's got
There's
Kristen Wiig
1,000
in it.
of them.
It's a comedy. It's got Kristen Wiig in it.
Bridesmaids?
Bridesmaid. Is that what it is?
I almost
I don't
died
know.
watching that the first time.
I think that one's the middle of the road.
Well, also,
That's
Nick's takes on anything I don't agree with.
yeah. Baka and I have very distinctly different. It's amazing. We're like it's like the Odd Couple in a way. I have good taste. He doesn't. Sorry, he has middle of the road taste. Speaking of being on the middle of a road, let's get to that recap.
You're welcome, Kyle.
See how smooth that one is?
I derailed enough, Kyle. Didn't have to put anything in.
Kyle doesn't like alcohol. He's a saint. He's never had a drop of alcohol in his life.
I think I've drank with Kyle before, quote unquote,
Quote unquote.
over Discord.
I did a tequila shot on that man's belly button.
Yeah.
Deep bib on a lot of tequila in there.
It's like a whole glass. What was it talking about? The recap. That's
Recap.
right. So last time the crew found a good clearing on the mountaintop near a shallow cave to set up the first containment pike. Deciding they had the time to spare, they used that cave as a shelter and slept for the night. That night, however, Endien heard something approach from the forest and had Silas go investigate. It was 2 other librarians, one of which was injured. This, of course, was a lie, as the 2 of them turned into weretigers and attacked Silas, claiming he was blasphemous and that even if they die here, there were more on the island waiting to strike. I'm going to get this wrong every fucking time, and I hate it. Kainos?
Yeah, Kainos.
Okay,
Kainos.
so I got it this time. Okay, I got it. I was questioning myself when I was writing the recap. I was like, I think it maybe it's because I'm spelling it weird. But Kainos woke up Darius and Temenos, but that was kind of no use, as Endien had then struck down both assailants from the night's darkness in some easily powerful series of shots. And that's basically where we left off. It was a good episode for getting some stuff done. So, we can skip to, I don't know, we left with them, you killed
He's so low.
One-
he's
Yeah,
still
one's
alive, you
still
knocked him out, that's right. because that was what Silas was going for, was to knock him out. Yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
I think Darius looks at Endien and Silas and just asks, "What happened here? What's going on?"
I don't know. I just heard a
What are you
noise.
looking
Silas interact.
I think it is
where you're looking at.
yeah, like for the first time probably in a while, Darius makes direct eye contact with Endien in the middle of darkness because he has seen visibility up. So it's not just to the ether. Endien, she's there.
Punch Silas.
I punch back. Punch the air.
I don't know. Silas, or I heard something in the dark, and Silas went to interact, and these creatures came from it.
How much did you guys hear?
I mean, how much did I hear about him shouting about being a heretic? I feel like he wasn't being quiet about it.
He wasn't being quiet because you'd sent Kainos over at that point.
I mean, he was calling you a heretic. Which isn't crazy. Why?
I don't know.
These dudes showed up in the middle of the night calling you a heretic and you don't know why? I'm gonna level with you, Silas. I don't like when people withhold information from me. I'm not gonna judge you whatever you tell me, but something's happening here if they're calling you a heretic. I can help, but I gotta know what's going on.
Okay. I don't think your expertise is going to be much help.
Well,
Did
fuck
Temenos
me then?
finish putting on and taking off his armor?
Yeah, Temenos has got all his armor and everything on. He's all set.
You might be able to help.
What could I do?
There might be a god on my back.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
He'll unsheath his sword or unwrap. Yeah, he had it wrap.
Yeah.
He'll unwrap his sword, showing you this once. Oh. It's different now. It's not just the long sword.
Yeah, it's kind of morphed by this point a little bit. Yeah. Let me see what I gave you. So you have. Yeah, so now it would be. Well, that doesn't seem right. Is it gone?
Actually, there is no sword. It's gone.
Yeah, no. I mean, it would be in the form of like a fleshy rapier or something like that.
Gross.
Like it's very still hardened and very steeled, but it's very it's no longer just the long. It's no longer
a long sword.
Yeah.
It's a rapier.
Yeah. I have to.
How is your sword a god? How does that work? How did that happen?
That part I don't know. They called it a god.
Who's they?
He points at the two on the ground.
So you run into these folks before?
Yeah. They're a part of a cult.
I mean, they're calling a sword of God, so I mean, I kind of assumed that part.
What is the name of the cult?
Their cult is called the Originators. A cult that I am also a part of.
Oh, you're a part of lunatics that are chasing us.
Yeah?
Why do they name you heretic?
That part I'm not too sure. Maybe because the thing that they worship is just casually on my back. I really have no idea.
Can I see this sword? I mean, like, identify it in case there's any other information on it that you might not know.
Oh, I've never done this before. I'll try hand it over. Do I?
You know that, unlike before, in like a year or two, almost 2 years ago, before it was hard to hand it over. By this point in your journey with it, you know that you being bound to it is less of a curse than it is a pact at this point. So it's not hard for you to, like, if someone's going to touch it, it's not going to be it's not going to drive you to madness that someone's going to take it from you.
I'll hand it over, and as I put it into his hand, careful, it bite.
Okay. Darius is notices it, but doesn't really is now kind of in almost an academic sense where he sets it sets it down on the ground in front of him and starts ritually casting Identify on it.
Okay.
And this is the same sword that you had before?
Yeah.
Does it not warp your mind like it once did?
I don't think so. Do you?
It doesn't seem to. I'll also say, I didn't mention it when Darius first was looking at Endien. Endien seems to stand different when she thinks she can't be seen. So, there's a hunch in her shoulders rather than just straight chest out and more regal when she thinks she can be seen. And she kind of stands. She doesn't look straight at anybody like she usually does. So she's just kind of turned to the side a little bit and looks out the corner of her eyes. I mean, corner of her eyes are the same color all the way through, but it kind of looks out at the corner of her eyes at people rather than addressing them straight on like she usually does.
There are two things that are certain in life: death and Baka referencing looking out the corner of Endien's eyes. As you're identifying it, you get it seems to have a lot of divination to it, not necessarily divination in the sense of, rather than as in more divine than
okay.
Yeah, so it gives a very divine nature to you that you're reading from it, but other than that, I mean,
I don't get anything more than what Silas would already know about it, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I in game would list out the things that I learned about it, and then confirm with Silas that he knows all of those things.
See, one of the hard things about this is something you might realize is that it's also not an object. And that's probably why you're not getting much information from it.
Do you know that this is a critter and not a sword? Like, it's in the shape of a sword, but it's not a sword.
Yeah. It eats things.
Okay. That's strange. I mean, I guess if it is a mimic king, I guess, okay.
Specifically,
yeah.
persons.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what to make of that. So it's a mimic, but it eats curses.
Each time it's had its meal, it's changed.
All right. That's not going to give me anything more. Detect magic sucks for this type of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll hand the sword back once I'm done with it.
You'll start tucking it in the claw.
I mean, what are we going to do with that one?
I'll try to get some information out of this one. I wonder if they mentioned there's more. I wonder.
Silas, I'd like to help you with this. I'd like to help you interrogate the prisoner.
Silas is gonna look at you. You know how to interrogate?
Yes. Clearly, you can.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
No, clearly, you could see Temenos. He says yes. Tell.
Yeah, you're cutting out really badly.
Yeah, it's weird.
Maybe undo the noise gate a little bit. If that was might be the
interrogate
problem.
if you can't complete your sentence.
Okay, now when I speak, I'm... Wait. Okay, now when I speak, I'm able to completely clear it, and there's no... It doesn't bounce underneath it.
That's the problem then, is you are noise gating yourself.
Got you.
We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Nice job, folks. It was a real team effort.
I
We
did
saw
not.
I did nothing.
I got a cough drop because I was dying.
I was listening to Double Dragon.
I sat here and looked pretty.
Thanks, Kyle. You're always looking pretty.
Wow, that sounds so good.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
it really,
wow.
we can hear all the words Kane is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's amazing how that...
Now here's the real test.
Or is it a
Yeah.
curve?
Say the
Here's the real
You gotta
test.
say- yeah, you gotta say the
sentence. Can you say the sentence about interrogation?
3, 2. You can tell that Temenos, when he says this, you can tell that he's never interrogated anyone before.
You deliver it naturally.
Definitely hasn't been
No,
said.
can you give
18
me with
different
more
times.
emotion behind
A
it?
little bit more.
You can tell that Temenos has never interrogated a human before.
I said a more emotion, not more AI.
You can tell.
More what?
Click on the link below.
Don't forget to click like.
You
and
won a
subscribe.
prize.
You've won a prize.
Congratulations. You are
Hot MILFs in your
million
neighborhood.
viewer.
Whoa.
That's a better congratulations. Let's
Damn,
go.
the hot
Hey, do you actually I don't even know how we can get back into this. God,
Well, let's just cancel.
episode's over.
Alliance Tires.
Meet you next week.
God.
God, this will be fun to edit.
I mean, while they're like waiting for the dude to wake him up, unless they're gonna like wake him up right away. Because Darius also, while he's up, would, and already casting Identify, go and cast Identify on the pylon, to see like what the fuck is up with that we stuck into the ground, and just kind of like investigate the whole ritual site overall, now that it's kind of up and going.
Yeah. I have to look at what the different... I believe it is an abjuration magic that you're getting from it.
That makes sense.
Yes. That's what I want to say. I think that's right.
That's like protective. That's like...
Yeah, it's like meant to... I mean, it's inside the pike, obviously, is like I mentioned, it's like a gem that is going to end up drawing in all of the magic, all of the like cursed energy into. So, but the protection unit is there to like as like a kind of like a grounding, and then works in tandem with the runes. Oh, I just hiccuped or burped or something. What the hell was that? It works in tandem with the runes, like the way that everything's spread out to kind of amplify and connect itself with the other pikes. Sort of like as like it's like a lightning rod basically for cursed energy.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna wake him up, or are you guys waiting for him to wake up? How are you gonna go about this?
How late is it?
It's pretty late out. It's like middle of the night.
And always get exhaustion.
How do we want to do this, Silas? Do you want to be the bad cop? I'll be the good cop.
Hold up. Who said you're a fighter?
Oh, okay. I just wanted to help, but I can just walk away.
I'm gonna... You can join. Let me do the talking.
All right, I'll give you moral support then. You win.
Yeah.
And he'll hand you an unplugged controller.
You can be Tails.
Gotta keep him busy. He's gonna do something. Fuck. Actually, I don't know what this guy can do. I don't know if he can just easily escape out of his mind.
Did you actually bind him? Because my bindings aren't permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have rope.
Yeah, if Temenos had time to put on all of his armor, my thorns are gone. Briars.
Do your briars just kind of recede into the earth, or do they just kind of like disappear in a puff of dust, like magical light?
They wither and like crumble to dust.
The Thanos snap. I'll tie them up in my rope.
Will your rope hold them? They are lycanthrope after all. Wait, that's not the right one. No, lycanthropy covers all the changing in this game. Right? It's not just wolves.
Yeah, it's all the wares.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah. I would hate that one. I would not want to become a were-Waldo.
You just put on a striped shirt?
No, it grows out of you it's a transformation.
And you have to keep yourself hidden in the makeup.
Yeah. That's your instinct.
I'll wake him up. I don't want.
Okay, I guess we are carrying if the warps are going to hold him or not.
I'll wake him up.
Did you tie him up? Is that what?
I did.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hands. Sleight of hands check just to see how it goes.
You haven't seen these hands? They're very slight.
Wouldn't that mean I wouldn't have seen them very well?
What's testing you? 18.
18. Okay. All right. You wake him up.
Yeah. Wakey, wakey. It's time for school.
If you're gonna kill me, just do it. I'd rather die than see you blasphemous our God.
Okay. He'll take out the sword again, even though he just dropped it. You said this is a god. What makes you think that?
It's callings to us.
It's talking to you. Right now.
It speaks to all its children. Like
right
a
now,
beacon.
Okay.
We all can see it.
Then what's it saying?
It wants freedom. As always.
Has it told you on how it can be freed?
That we do not know yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm
if
asking
you
the question.
stopped pretending to be some sort of chosen one and joined in the efforts properly and returned the sword, perhaps you would learn a thing or two about it.
Well, first off, when I had this early on, I couldn't let it go, literally.
Its power is great. It's hard to let go of something like that.
You guys let it go.
You stole it.
More like earned it. I did beat the group. Beat the guy who previously owned.
And then you stole it.
Hey, the owner was dead. Finders keepers. So, what happens when it gets freed?
Whatever it wants, I suppose. To feast. To change the
Whatever.
world.
So, you guys are just trying to free it in the sake of freeing it. You're not getting anything in return.
We will all gain something in return for being faithful followers.
And what would that be? Power?
We will inherit this world. As we rightfully deserve.
Saying we a lot. Tell me how many there are of you?
All of its children will. And more than that, all of those who deserve this world will get it. Your kind will not survive. You are not worthy of this world.
Seems a little racist.
You know nothing of the God you carry. You are blasphemous for it.
Do you know its name? Your god.
The Mimic King.
That right. Sorry, I'm just tracking over the info I got.
Yeah.
It's calling out to them like a beak. Wants freedom. They don't know. I'll show it to him.
And he's gonna do an athletics check to try and break out. So he's got to beat an 18 here to try and break this with his athletics. Okay. That was a nat 20. So he bursts out of his bindings that you tied him with. He just breaks them off and immediately tries to snag it from you. Can I get a dexterity save? He's going to do another athletics to... he's going to just do a dexterity check to get it against your dexterity save.
I got a 21.
21. You got a 13. You're able to snag it away from him before he grabs onto it.
Oh. Yeah, no. I'll finish him off with a sword, with a mimic god.
Okay. So if you're doing it with the mimic god, okay, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Nat 20.
A nat 20. I'm not going to have you roll on the table. I think instead, as you pierce into it, like teeth-like spikes burst out from it and just start draining him of blood as it just seeps into the sword and it withers away this man. As he's like drained in front of you with this sword, and it just siphons the blood out of him. And it pulses a little.
Silas just picks up the wrap, starts wrapping it back up as he walks back to the campsite.
Well, so what did you learn? What did you learn, Silas?
Not much. There's a group. They are promised power to free this thing, if they free this. And they're hunting me.
Do you have any idea where this bigger group could be?
I know where the cult is, but if they're out and about, no. Well, the group bait, or the cult bait.
Well, any plan of attack to deal with these guys?
If this sword is calling out to them, the only thing that I could think of is just deal with the problem as it presents itself.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do. I can't hunt down something I don't have the exact location of.
True. We better let the others know.
I mean, they're right here, right?
You know, Endien was like in between where Darius was identifying the pike and you guys, and had an arrow ready in case he broke out, but
Oh, okay.
you took care of it. So then she's gonna go over to Darius to make sure he makes it back to the campsite safe. Not that he's that far, but you never know. We already had two weretigers come out of the woods.
Oh. As soon as those two are done with their pike business, I'll relay the info.
I mean, it doesn't sound great that they were, or that it calls out to them like a beacon. But we can't do much about it, like you said.
I do wonder, though. The only time I've heard it talk to me was when I didn't know about its true nature. When I thought it was just a curse. Not a curse. Is it called a curse?
Yeah, it'd be a curse.
Yeah, when I thought it was a curse. But now... nothing.
Hmm. And you've tried talking to it since then?
No.
Well, I mean, there's a pretty easy answer to that.
I'm just
Not-
afraid it would make me go back
Well,
to
then,
a state that I don't want to be in.
okay. Well, we don't got to talk to the sword then.
Well,
Or we can talk to it in more controlled environments later on.
I'll say you know that you get this feeling of hunger
Yeah.
often. So
Not really talk.
it's
Peckle, peckle.
you have a feeling that like I think you could reasonably get the feeling that you're doing what it wants you to do, so it has no reason to call out to you, and it's communicating a little bit more syncly with you, and it's almost like an empathetic bond to some degree. The way it when it's hungry, you're hungry, and as long as you're doing what it's doing, it doesn't need to really force you to do anything. But these guys act very... They feel like it calls out like a beacon, and they act hostile, and they're very, mad about it. Like they're almost like going mad over this thing, similar to how you felt when you first found the sword. So you can tell that I think maybe you're more calm because you're more in sync with it than they are. And they are desperate for its power. Almost like it was kind of desperate for your usage early on.
I'll try and deal with it tomorrow.
All right. Head back into our little cave camp then.
Actually, he's
Yeah. Next morning comes around. You know that you have 2 full days left to figure this out. They also didn't have a pike on them. So there's also a question as to whether or not that pike got inserted anywhere. I think Darius would maybe make that connection, is whether or not who has the pike and whether or not it did or didn't get put in anywhere.
Darius doesn't know that these were librarians.
You're right. Okay.
Only
Only
Silas saw their human.
Endien would have saw them
And
too, I
humanoid.
believe, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
because she
yeah.
was
So,
watching.
okay, then I think that between the two of you, you could come up with that theory. So if
We're
you
not
search them, they
that
didn't have the
dumb.
pike.
That is a concern.
What? No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say the only thing we could really do about it is let the orc or somebody know with our mag phones.
Uh,
Match phones?
Mag phones.
Because it's magical phone.
What? All right, I guess because I didn't write it down because I didn't think it would be important.
What if it's
Would we
magical phone
know-
or Magnum phone?
No. Would we know what location these guys volunteered to go towards?
Probably not. You guys kind of knew what you were doing and volunteered and set out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll contact the orc. We were attacked by one of the groups. I don't know what they did with their pike. It was the group that consisted of a halfling and a human. They have been dispatched. so I don't know what they did with theirs. They might need to check where the location they were sent to.
You'll get a message back. Thanks for the update. We'll call around and see where everyone's gone to. We'll figure out what's happened, and if we need to, we'll get some more pikes out there. We'll get someone to go. You guys were doing, I believe you were very loudly doing the mountain and the castle.
Loudly?
We just felt we'd be most suited for this terrain. We took care of the mountain already. We're heading to castle now.
Okay. Great. Thanks for
I
reporting
thought it
in.
was Temenos. Being all loud in the mountain.
I think Temenos really, really wanted to go to the castle for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, Temenos hasn't been to the castle before, so that's
right.
something new.
Yeah, it'd be something new for Temenos.
Yeah, you spend all his time on the beach.
It's great. You'll love it there.
No, it's not.
It was sarcasm, Silas.
Well, if you'd like to get on your ways,
Yes!
tell me how are you guys going about your heading towards the castle this time?
A lot less trees. So Endien's on the ground now.
Are you...
Perception.
Sorry, what was that?
Perceivifying.
Scouting out for enemies or for tracking the castle?
I think, especially because we didn't go this way, I don't think.
And you're not in the forest anymore. Well, there's more. It is still wooded to a degree up here, but it's not. It's a lot more sparse than it was before.
Yeah, she's gonna be more looking for danger over the navigation part of it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if Darius is the best one to navigate, but I feel like that's what he has been doing.
Temenos, knowing that we're kind of being hunted by these guys, he would just bring up the rear and just try to survey as we're moving along, seeing if he can find anyone that's trying to track us.
Okay.
Silas is not helping. He's more so focused on trying to talk to the sword or to the rapier.
Okay.
just ends the sentence. Silas is not helping.
Can I get perception from Temenos and Endien, a survival from Darius, and a religion from Silas?
22 perception from Endien.
21 perception from Temenos.
How much honor is it to reroll something?
I believe it's I want to say it's either 2 or 5.
No, it's not 5. Because
No,
5 is
2.
5 is the conversion into renown.
Okay, then it was probably 2.
Okay, well, I'm going to use
Cool.
2 because I rolled a nat 1 to start with, so we're just going to try and avoid that. Okay, I mean, that's not much better, but it's at least not a nat 1.
It is 2 honor to reroll.
It's a 7 survival.
Okay.
I said Darius wasn't the best at this. I don't know why he's the only one navigating.
I was
I got-
helping you navigate, but I only have a +2 survival.
Oh.
I have a +1 to survival. You're better than me at
Why
it.
are we navigating it before?
+5.
That's truly I'm probably the worst person to be navigating on survival.
Survival.
These
I think
darn
Temenos
city
is the best
boys.
at survival.
Sorry. What did Temenos get?
Temenos rolled a 21 for perception.
Oh. What did Silas get?
A 10.
Okay.
Or sword talking.
We start talking. Okay, then I need one of you to give me a percentile at plus 20%.
+20%. I'll do it. You bunch of dinguses.
It is not my fault you left me to navigate.
Hey, I didn't say you're a dingus because of your role.
Feels like you're implying that.
Plus 20%.
Yep.
I rolled pretty good for that. Oh, wait, hold on. How's math work? Oh yeah. 30.
Oh, okay. That was pretty good.
Hey, if I
Okay.
was a cleric, I would have hit my divine favor.
Intervention.
Yeah.
As you guys are approaching, you're scouting. I mean, the two people who succeeded on their checks were the ones looking out for danger. You don't see anyone coming or anything. It's easy to scout out with it being daytime and less clear. There's more clear to like see things. You're not seeing any monsters come through. You're not seeing anything that's like that. Let me quickly. You find what looks like a tiny object that's kind of like got feathers that are attached to it, like a little token with a feather, with an owl's feather attached to it.
Owl's feather? What kind of owl?
A barn owl.
I'm picking that thing up right now. What is this?
You're not sure. It's some sort of token of some sort. Some sort of It looks like the feather is like sticking out. Like it looks like there's like a wooden twig, almost like a wooden twig with the feather tied around to the top, sticking upwards.
Darius, you know what this would be?
I mean, I can take a look at it. Do you think it's magic, or do you think it's like a ritualistic thing?
I'm not sure. Your knowledge is much more vast than mine. I'm not sure if you would know what this could be for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. I'd probably start with just like a history check of sorts, just to see if this is like made with a purpose, or if it's just a feather tied to a stick. I feel like Darius is just entertaining Endien a little bit on this, because like, you know, this is just a feather tied onto a stick. But sure, I'll take a look at it. He doesn't say that out loud, but he's thinking it real hard.
Yeah, you think it's not just, you don't think it's necessarily just ritualistic. You think it might have, like you've probably, I mean, I think you'd have to, if you want to like get deeper, you'd have to see if it is magical or not. But you don't think it's just a ritualistic thing like you guys saw earlier with the Boar people's effigy.
Okay, I'll use my wand of magic detection and cast detect magic.
It looks as though it is in fact magical. What does detect magic give you?
It gives me the school of magic. That's all that it tells me.
Okay. Transmutation magic? Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean, it is magical. It's got some sort of transmutation magic on it. If we want to find out more about it,
Sorry, conjuration, my bad.
Conjuration. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm drunk at 10 a.m. It's conjuration magic.
Getting the liquor in the morning.
Yeah.
Look, it's the only thing keeping me sane on this island.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't. You got a weird flesh sword.
What's Darius's favorite alcohol?
It's all weird.
If we want to know more about it, it'll take me a little bit of time, but I can identify it, but that's not a quick process.
Could you do that while we walk, and I can take over navigating?
Can I do that while I walk?
I'm going to say yes at a cost, and I'll let you know what that cost is.
Your hand.
$1 million.
Your hand in marriage. Ooh.
Ooh. You and Endien are married now.
Oh, not me.
My God.
You're married, Nick.
You married into royalty. You're rich, bro.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I can do it while we're walking. It might be a little bit more difficult. It's easier to do it while we're not moving, but I can try. Why? Like, what? What? Why do we need to identify this now?
I'm just intrigued.
And do I see him? Like, do I see him holding that?
I mean, we've all stopped, I'd assume.
Yeah,
So unless you're like too.
Does it look like a familiar bird?
Making up with your sword.
Does a feather look like it belonged to a familiar bird?
You could probably. I mean, it's if it looks like it could be from like a barn owl.
I'll side eye in a random direction because I can't see Endien.
It's daytime.
It's
You can see
daytime.
It's daytime.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
daytime.
Never mind.
You can see
I
it.
see her. She's right there.
He's just so side eyes in a random
Yeah.
direction. Just cracked my toe. That was it.
The power of the side eye.
That was a character. That was in character.
If Silas doesn't say anything, I mean, I'm intrigued by it too, that it's magical and just kind of hanging out here, but I don't know why it's so. I mean, we've come across a bunch of magical stuff as we've traveled, and we've never been so keen on identifying things right away.
Let's just keep going. We're burning daylight here.
We should check it because you said it's conjuration magic, right? What if something's been brought here that we need to be aware of?
Well, if we're that
Silas
concerned about it, we should just stop and identify it. That'll be.
We can stop too. I don't know if you wanted to keep. We can stop too. That's fine.
I mean, I think we should just keep going and not identify it until we make camp or stop for a rest. I don't know why it's so important to identify it as we're walking.
Well, if you don't want to, I'll just hold on to it and we can do it later. It's fine.
This isn't like you, Endien. What's going on?
I'm just concerned about what it could possibly be and why it's just here.
You've never cared about what magical shit we've picked up before, Endien.
Hey guys, I think the castle is this way. You wanna?
Darius doesn't like protectively hold on to it. Like he's just casually holding on to it and isn't going to push Endien anymore, but is just giving her a very like a hard, strange look of like, the fuck.
Yeah, she'll take it. Not like she's not gonna like rip it out of your hand, but she'll take it and just it's whatever. Don't worry about it. I'll navigate.
Okay.
I'm gonna navigate, but as we get closer, I'm trying to detour a little bit.
Oh.
I'm looking for a site where Silas and I have been before. That's not far from the castle. Probably like a little bit of an overlook. That might have some spoil in it.
I'll stop being crazy talking to item not so item, and
Okay.
I'll walk side by side to how do I word this? do
Well, who you walking side by side with?
No. Trying to think on how I should word this in. Darius.
What?
I think she's that thing she has in her hand right now is remind her pet that died.
That last part of your sentence got cut off, but I read your lips, so I know what you said. But perhaps repeat it for the audience.
Okay. That died on this island.
You had, and she fucking keeps the window open. Okay. All right. Thank you.
He'll go back to making out with a sword.
With them.
Okay, Endien is surviving, doing survival, trying to get on a detour. What is Silas doing on this?
Making eye contact. Looking. He's unwrapped the sword. He's holding it. He's basically inspecting it and trying to see if a voice would pop into his head. He's trying to like telepathically talk to it.
Okay. Darius? Oh yeah.
I just like the image of Silas walking up to Darius being like, hey, don't be too hard on her. It's like her pet owl died on this island. Picks up his sword and just
just staring at it as he's walking along these paths.
as he picks up his pace and not be in step with Darius.
Yeah.
I think Darius with Kainos is now trying to keep an eye out. He knows this is none of these things are his strong suit. This is not at all what he's built to do. So he's like, well, I mean, if Endien's navigating, I trust her. I'll keep an eye out for enemies.
And how about Temenos?
Yeah, I would. Temenos would join Darius in just looking out for any enemies that might be tracking us.
Okay, so I'll take a perception from Temenos and Darius, a survival from Endien, and another religion from Silas.
I got a nat 20 on my perception, which does go down to an 18.
Oh, wow.
I told you I'm the worst one to be doing this bullshit.
Oh, wow.
I too got a nat 20.
Ooh.
I'm making out with this thing, bro.
I'm trying to find where my honor is. I'm gonna re-roll.
Temenos rolled a 7.
Ooh,
Okay.
rough.
Don't you have 60 honor?
I have a ton. I just want to
Yeah.
I know I have enough. I just want to make sure that I keep track of.
Yeah.
You can make a custom item on D&D Beyond to track it. That's what I do.
That's too smart.
What?
Well,
I just put it on notes and just subtract from it.
That's what I usually do, but my notes are so awful, and I've written it in multiple places.
I mean, that's kind of why I'm
I
suggesting it,
put it
because
in
I know...
D&D Beyond the notes section.
Oh.
I have 59, so I'll be down to 57. How many times can we reroll?
As much as you have stuff to spend.
Well, rolling again.
Wow.
He's been bad, and this is important to Endien. Okay, there we go. That will be a 24.
4. Okay. What did Tem? Oh yeah, or Temenos already told me what he got. Okay. Okay. Roll with a plus. Someone roll with a plus 10 percentile.
I'll roll it. I don't want the sword kisser rolling it.
What the
He's not paying
heck?
attention.
That sounds
Sword smoocher.
homophobic.
Oh, I rolled so bad. That was a mistake.
You always roll bad on these, don't you?
I do. I almost always. I should never roll these. That's a plus 10% on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an 85, baby boys.
Okay.
Nah, big numbers are good sign.
Yeah, when we roll shitty, that's why we add stuff to it instead of subtracting. Big numbers are definitely good.
We didn't roll shitty. We had 2 nat 20s and a 26 or some bullshit.
Yeah, 2 nat 20s.
Well, we only had 3 people contributing to the roll because one person's smooching his sword.
One of the nat 20s.
Hey man, someone has to.
No, someone doesn't have to. I said we could do it in more controlled environments, not walking down the trail of a mountain.
I offered that we could stop, and nobody wanted to stop and look at the stick with a feather on it.
I didn't think it was important because you didn't want to fucking tell me any of your trauma, Endien.
The sword is.
No, you're owl. Feather. We could have had 10 minutes for Silas to smooch a sword if you fucking said anything about your past trauma that you're unwilling to communicate about.
Just trust me, Darius. Just trust me when I say it's important.
What Darius's flaw is that he needs to know information. You know this about him. How many times has he...
He said it at the title of interrogation.
We've come full circle. Well, I'd say that two of you hear something.
Which two?
Darius hears something coming from around. Hears something coming from a little bit of a distance away, stampeding towards them. Silas hears something.
Oh,
in his mind.
in his mind's eye.
And we will get back to all of that next episode. All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening in on this. If you'd like to make some commentary or talk to us about it, you can always hit up the IDL on Blue Sky at IDL-RPGS. Apparently, I couldn't have a dot, and this whole time I've been saying .RPGS, but it's actually dash.
Nonce.
Yeah, absolute nonce. Apparently, it just didn't allow that, and it swapped it to a dash. So, and I just discovered it. So yeah, it's IDL-RPGS. You can probably still find it either way. Rate and review this. Give some comments. If you're on your Thing app, your podcast app, or even if on the YouTube, just comment on it. Like and subscribe. Send it to your feed. If you'd like to help contribute a little bit, you can always get episodes early, a week early, unedited on Patreon. That's Interdimensional Library. Otherwise, just tell your friends about it. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your lover, tell your mother. Hopefully all four aren't the same person. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Get out of here, Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Stop recording.